Welcome back to the Coin Riches channel. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that seems ordinary at first glance. A coin you might have seen in your youth, jingling in pockets or slipping quietly from wallets. But this isn't just any coin. This is the 1995 South Korean 101 coin, a piece of metal that, over the years, has quietly transformed into something almost mythical, something collectors dream of, and something that today commands a value that seems almost impossible. $3 million. Back in 1995, South Korea was a nation on the cusp of change. The economy was vibrant, streets were bustling with neon lights and chatter, and the sound of coins dropping into cash registers was as ordinary as breathing. The 101 coin, worth roughly a tenth of a US dollar at the time, was so commonplace that it was easy to overlook its existence. Children used them for arcade games, markets rang them up with each purchase, and they passed from hand to hand countless times without anyone paying much attention. Yet, hidden in the mass production of millions of these coins, something extraordinary was quietly happening. A subtle difference, almost imperceptible, occurred during minting. Perhaps it was a misalignment in the stamping process, a slight variation in the alloy, or a design error that only the most meticulous eye could spot. Whatever it was, it transformed what was meant to be a standard, everyday coin into a rarity that today commands an astronomical premium. To understand why this coin became so valuable, we need to step back and appreciate its design, the subtle symbolism it carries, and its place in South Korea's history. The 101 coin is made of cupronickel, giving it a silvery luster. On the obverse, it proudly bears the portrait of Admiral Lee Sun-sin, one of Korea's most revered historical figures. Admiral Lee is celebrated for his unyielding courage and ingenious strategies during the Japanese invasions of the late 16th century. By placing him on the coin, the designers weren't just minting currency, they were creating a small, portable homage to national pride, resilience, and heritage. Flip the coin, and you'll see the denomination etched alongside subtle symbols representing the nation's cultural identity. The design is elegant yet understated, intended to convey trustworthiness and continuity. For most people in 1995, it was just another coin, an everyday tool. But for those who would later recognize its rarity, each curve, each line, and each proportion became a marker of historical significance. Now, here's where it gets fascinating. The 1995 101 coin isn't famous just for its design. Its story lies in its rarity, in the almost imperceptible errors that crept into production. You see, minting coins is a process of precision, but even the most technologically advanced mints are susceptible to anomalies. A die that's slightly misaligned, a press that exerts too much force, or a fluke in the alloy mixture can produce a coin unlike any other. Most of the time, these anomalies go unnoticed. Most coins are spent, lost, or melted down. But occasionally, one survives. And when it does, it becomes the stuff of legend. For decades, collectors scoured markets, coin shops, and flea markets, hunting for coins that whispered secrets of the past. Among these hunters, the 1995 South Korean 101 coin became a phantom. Stories circulated of coins with minute differences, edges slightly sharper than usual, symbols ever so subtly off-center, or a sheen that caught light differently. Experts would examine them with magnifying glasses and microscopes, tracing the tiniest details that could indicate authenticity and rarity. And then, once in a generation, a coin would appear that confirmed the legend. But why does a coin, something so small and seemingly insignificant, hold such allure? For many collectors, it's not just the potential monetary gain. It's about connection, to history, to culture, to a moment frozen in time. Holding the 1995 101 coin is like holding a sliver of South Korea's past in your palm. It's the sound of coins clinking in a bustling market, the image of children trading them for snacks, the memory of a nation striving toward modernity while honoring its heroes. It's tangible history, compacted into a 2-centimeter circle of metal. The story becomes even more intriguing when you consider the coin's journey through time. Imagine it in 1995, resting quietly in someone's change purse. It might have been used in a small cafe in Seoul, dropped on a street in Busan, or tucked into a wallet in a quiet town. Over the years, it changed hands, experienced countless exchanges, and yet survived intact. Unlike paper money, coins are resilient. And unlike most collectibles, they often travel anonymously through the world, their stories unrecorded until someone notices their uniqueness. Collectors, numismatists, and historians often emphasize that rarity alone doesn't dictate value. It's the combination of rarity, historical context, and condition. The 1995 101 coin checks all these boxes. First, its rarity. Production errors in coins of this type were exceptionally uncommon, meaning that the number of authentic anomalies is minuscule. Second, its historical context. It represents a time in South Korea when the nation was embracing rapid economic growth while maintaining deep cultural roots. And third, its condition. Coins that have survived decades in near-perfect form are exceedingly rare, as most coins circulate heavily and become worn or damaged. This combination of factors created a perfect storm for the 1995 101 coin. It was no longer just currency, it became a symbol of foresight, a testament to careful preservation, and an emblem of a collector's dream realized. Auctions, whispers among collectors, and expert evaluations began to circulate, and slowly, the coin's legend grew. What was once mere change transformed into a highly sought-after artifact, and now, imagine the shock when this coin, something once deemed ordinary and overlooked by the general public, was revealed to have a value beyond comprehension. From a coin that might have been worth a few cents in 1995 to a piece now appraised at $3 million, the transformation is astonishing. For those who discovered it early, it was life-changing. For historians, it was a moment of cultural pride. And for anyone who has ever underestimated the humble coin, it stands as a reminder: value is often hidden in plain sight, waiting for the perceptive, the patient, and the passionate to uncover it. By the late 2000s, the legend of the 1995 101 coin had begun circulating quietly among serious collectors. Unlike mainstream news, this was a world of whispered conversations in dimly lit coin shops, specialized auctions, and private collector gatherings. Numismatists, people who dedicate their lives to the study and collection of coins, became obsessed with tracking every subtle variation, examining minute discrepancies under microscopes, and cross-referencing every batch produced in the Seoul Mint. For them, the 1995 coin was more than a curiosity, it was a holy grail. One of the most fascinating aspects of this coin is how it evaded widespread recognition for so long. In a way, the coin's value story mirrors that of South Korea itself, something unassuming, quietly resilient, and steadily gaining significance over time. While the world may have passed it by in the 1990s, keen-eyed collectors knew that rare treasures often hide in plain sight. The coin's rarity wasn't obvious, it required patience, knowledge, and a meticulous eye. And as the legend spread, the hunt became increasingly competitive. Collectors recount tales of stumbling upon these coins in the most unexpected places. A retired schoolteacher cleaning out decades of accumulated change. A small business owner in Daegu discovering an unusual coin among daily cash intake. A teenager sorting coins for a personal collection and noticing the tiniest misalignment in the design. Each discovery added layers to the coin's mythology. With each verified example, the coin's value didn't just increase, it soared in the imaginations of collectors and investors alike. What makes the 1995 101 coin truly extraordinary is the combination of its technical anomaly and its symbolic resonance. Unlike generic error coins, this coin connects directly to South Korea's national identity. Admiral Lee Sun-sin, whose likeness graces the coin, isn't just a historical figure. He embodies resilience, strategy, and the triumph of ingenuity over overwhelming odds. Holding a coin stamped with his image is like touching a fragment of that narrative, something tangible, personal, and powerful. In many ways, the coin's rarity mirrors Admiral Yi's own story, overlooked by some, underestimated by many, yet quietly monumental. Experts often point out that numismatics, the study of coins, is not just about financial value. It's about the stories embedded in metal. The 1995 101 coin, for example, tells a story about an era of South Korean history, about national pride during a time of rapid economic transformation, and about the human fascination with chance and rarity. Each scratch, each curve, each subtle misalignment in the coin's design is a testament to time, human error, and survival. In essence, the coin is a time capsule, carrying with it a narrative far richer than its face value could ever suggest. As the years passed, professional appraisers began to weigh in, evaluating the coin not only for its rarity but also for its pristine condition. Mint state coins, those that show no signs of circulation, are exceptionally rare for everyday denominations like the 101. Most coins spend years changing hands, becoming scratched, worn, or even damaged. The fact that a few 1995 coins remained near perfect made them priceless to the right collectors. By this point, whispers of their value had become loud discussions. Rumors of six-figure transactions surfaced, and soon the coin transcended the boundaries of South Korean numismatics to capture international attention. One particularly remarkable story involves a retired collector from Seoul who had kept a small trove of coins for decades, never suspecting their value. When an expert examined his collection, they immediately recognized the anomalies on the 1995 101 coins he had tucked away in a drawer. What had been considered pocket change for years suddenly became a fortune. The discovery made headlines in numismatic circles, sparking a surge in interest and cementing the coin's reputation as a once-in-a-lifetime collectible. This fascination isn't limited to financial reward, it taps into a deeper human impulse. We are drawn to rarity because it reminds us of our own mortality, our own place in history, and our desire to preserve something meaningful. The 1995 coin isn't just a piece of currency, it's a bridge between past and present, ordinary and extraordinary. When someone holds it, they are holding a story that few others have witnessed, a story that survived decades of indifference and circulation to emerge as a symbol of cultural heritage and financial astonishment. Collectors often describe the moment of discovering one of these coins as almost cinematic. There's a pause, a careful inspection, a breath held in anticipation. And then comes the realization, this is not just any coin. This is the one that historians and collectors have whispered about for years. A coin that survived the ordinary fate of change in someone's pocket to become extraordinary. The thrill is not just in the monetary value, it's in the recognition that one is in the presence of history, of rarity, of something almost magical. By the mid-2010s, international collectors began actively seeking out the coin, sometimes traveling thousands of miles for a chance to examine it firsthand. Auction houses reported intense bidding wars, with participants carefully scrutinizing the coin's edges, surface, and weight to confirm authenticity. The coin's mystique was compounded by the fact that only a handful of specimens were known to exist in pristine condition. This scarcity, combined with the rich cultural and historical symbolism, fueled prices that defied conventional logic. Perhaps the most remarkable element of the 1995 101 coin is how it challenges perceptions of value. A coin that could have been spent on a simple snack or a bus ride in 1995 now sits among the world's most valuable numismatic treasures. Its journey from ordinary currency to extraordinary artifact is a testament to patience, careful observation, and the allure of rarity. It serves as a reminder that sometimes, what is overlooked by the many is treasured by the few. Collectors and historians alike emphasize that the 1995 101 coin is more than a monetary object, it is a narrative in metal. Each curve of Admiral Yi's armor, each lettering of the denomination, each gleaming surface holds a story of craftsmanship, history, and survival. To possess one is to possess a tangible connection to a moment in time, to a culture, and to a human experience that spans generations. And finally, after decades of quiet circulation, careful discovery, and meticulous verification, the 1995 South Korean 101 coin achieved something extraordinary. From a coin you might have casually slipped into your wallet in 1995, it evolved into a legend. And for those fortunate enough to possess one, its value is staggering. Today, experts confirm that this coin can command an astonishing $3 million, a figure that seems almost impossible for a coin once worth mere cents. The 1995 South Korean 101 coin stands today not just as currency, but as a symbol of the extraordinary hidden within the ordinary. It is a reminder that even the most mundane object can carry incredible significance, if only we know how to look. For decades, this small coin was part of everyday life. It paid for bus rides, snacks, small purchases at markets, and perhaps even a child's first experience with saving. It was overlooked, taken for granted, lost in pockets, drawers, and cash registers, and yet, through the passage of time, something remarkable happened. History, culture, and chance converged in a single object. The coin survived decades of circulation and the wear and tear of daily life. Its subtle anomaly, a misalignment, a minting error, or a slight variance in composition, transformed it from ordinary currency into one of the most sought-after collectibles in numismatics. And it is in this transformation that the 1995 coin teaches us an unexpected lesson about value, patience, and perception. Collectors often speak of their relationship with coins in deeply personal terms. Unlike a painting or a sculpture, a coin can be held, examined, and felt in the hand. It carries the weight of history, yet is intimately accessible. The 1995 101 coin, in particular, resonates because it embodies a narrative that spans generations. It is a relic from a time when South Korea was finding its modern identity, a tangible connection to the past, and a reminder that even the smallest artifacts can hold immense cultural and financial power. The coin's journey also reflects human curiosity and perseverance. Collectors are motivated not just by potential profit, but by the thrill of discovery, the ability to uncover something rare, something overlooked, something extraordinary. When a numismatist spots a 1995 coin with the distinguishing anomaly, there is a moment of awe, a silent acknowledgement that they are witnessing history in its most intimate form. The coin becomes a portal, connecting the collector to the artisans who designed it, the mint workers who struck it, and the countless hands through which it has passed. Stories abound of people who stumbled upon this coin in unexpected ways. A retiree cleaning out old wallets, a shop owner counting change at the end of the day, or even someone sifting through a childhood collection. Each discovery is accompanied by a mix of disbelief and exhilaration. The coin's subtle imperfections, once invisible, suddenly leap out under careful scrutiny. Experts are called in, documentation verified, and the legend grows. These moments underscore a profound truth: extraordinary value is often hidden in plain sight, waiting for the discerning eye to uncover it. What makes the 1995 coin even more compelling is its unique convergence of factors. Rare coins are valuable, yes, but the combination of historical significance, scarcity, impeccable condition, and aesthetic appeal elevates this particular coin into a class of its own. The image of Admiral Yi Sun-sin, with his resolute gaze and armor detailed in miniature relief, is more than decorative. It evokes courage, strategy, and resilience, the very qualities that defined Korea's historical narrative. To hold this coin is to feel a small but powerful connection to that story. As numismatic experts will tell you, the market for rare coins is not only about supply and demand. It is about storytelling. The 1995 101 coin carries a story that is universal yet deeply personal. It speaks to collectors' desire to preserve history, to honor cultural heritage, and to experience the thrill of discovering something unique. In that sense, the coin transcends its physical form. It becomes a symbol of time, endurance, and human fascination with rarity. By the 2020s, international awareness of the coin had grown significantly. Collectors from Asia, Europe, and North America began seeking it out with unprecedented enthusiasm. Auction houses reported bidding wars, sometimes extending over hours, as multiple buyers competed for even a single specimen. Experts meticulously verified authenticity, examined wear patterns, and documented provenance. And each verified coin only added to the legend. The scarcity of mint-condition examples made the competition fierce, driving prices to staggering heights. Then came the moment that solidified the 1995 coin's place in history. After decades of quiet circulation and careful collection, it was formally appraised and authenticated, confirming what numismatists had long suspected: this coin was one of the rarest and most valuable South Korean coins in existence. And its value, almost unimaginable for something once worth mere cents, was finally revealed. Today, the 1995 South Korean 101 coin is valued at an astonishing $3 million. $3 million for a coin that once paid for snacks, bus rides, or small daily transactions. $3 million for a piece of metal no larger than a human fingertip. It is a number that shocks the imagination, yet it is grounded in careful documentation, historical significance, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. This revelation carries lessons that extend far beyond the world of numismatics. It reminds us that ordinary objects may hold hidden potential. It teaches us that patience and careful observation can uncover treasures that others overlook. And it underscores the human fascination with rarity, history, and the stories embedded in even the smallest artifacts. In a world often obsessed with instant value, the 1995 coin is a testament to the enduring power of time, context, and perspective. Collectors and historians alike reflect on this coin not only as a financial windfall but as a cultural treasure. It is a reminder of South Korea's resilience and identity in the 1990s, a nod to its heroes, and a tangible link to the past. And while its monetary value is extraordinary, its symbolic and emotional significance is perhaps even greater. It connects people across generations, unites history with the present, and transforms a simple coin into an icon of possibility and wonder. In the end, the story of the 1995 101 coin is a story about recognition of subtle details, recognition of historical context, and recognition of value where it might otherwise be overlooked. It is about patience, about curiosity, and about the thrill of discovery. It is about the human desire to hold a piece of history in one's hand and feel connected to something larger than oneself. And so, when you think about that small coin jingling in your pocket, or tucked away in a drawer, consider this: sometimes, the extraordinary is hidden in the ordinary. A coin once worth a fraction of a dollar can, decades later, be worth $3 million. A coin overlooked by most can be the treasure of a lifetime for the few who recognize its significance. The 1995 South Korean 101 coin is proof that even the smallest objects can carry immense stories, emotions, and value, if only we know how to look. $3 million. A number that seems almost impossible, yet it stands as a testament to patience, history, and the quiet magic of the extraordinary hiding in plain sight. The 1995 101 coin is not just a coin. It is a legend, a story, and a reminder that value is often more than what meets the eye.